think that, first of all, I think most people don't always appreciate the amount of things that they can fall in love with. Because by nature, we start on something and then we continue it for some time, and immediately, no matter how young you are, time is against you, because you start to box yourself and define a path that you're on. So the first thing is to recognize that, especially when you're young, is that you can be open to a lot of things, and you might determine a love for something that you're not aware of. So what drives kind of, where do you look in the right direction? It's a passion, being really passionate about an opportunity. I, for one, was always functional about that decision. So I would always analyze it and say, well, what's the sustainability of it like? What's the training like? What's the reward like? And I think those are good questions. I wouldn't revisit my life and say, don't ask those questions. But the kernel of the problem is it's got to be fueled with passion. If it's fueled with passion, then I think asking some questions about the longevity of that opportunity is good. Also, the hurdles to get into those ideas. In entrepreneurship, the hurdles become, how do you walk towards or run towards something that you're passionate about? How can you therefore get enablement? How can you work? So back to some of the previous conversations I've had, how do you work in startups or work with a common goal with like-minded individuals in an area that interests you, whether it be social media marketing, or software development, or hardware engineering, or any career that interests you. What I would say to young entrepreneurs is that whilst I understood that there was sustainability, I understood some of the hurdles to get to where I wanted to go, and I could see the reward. Once I understood that, I let it go, and I never chased the reward, or never put myself under that pressure within months or even a year. For me, it was about, am I being challenged? Am I generally going in the direction of what I want to do? And am I really enjoying myself? And if you think about those three things, that's generally going to take you in an area that hopefully is not going to thin your options. You're learning because you're being challenged. You're having fun, so you're likely to put even more passion in it, and you're already validating, it's self-validating that you're doing something that's generally in an area you like. And then I'm going to bet that wherever you end up is going to open up other shoots of development that you can move forward with.